Hello out there, you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for joining me for another Gamers Thoughts discussion. And this time I'm going to talk about Microsoft acquiring Bethesda as a developer for the Xbox series of platforms. So, me personally, I have no problem with this. Whether I were to like Sony more or Microsoft more, I really wouldn't care. Because I'm not the biggest fan of Bethesda themselves. While, yes, they do have some really good games out, they keep using the same engine for most of them. And then their games all end up having the same coding problems that somehow get amplified the more they use that engine. That's my biggest problem. Um, Having one platform acquire them, to me, it kind of says, hey, we can put more focus on the games that we're developing. We can put more time into it, or at least one type of platform, which would be Xbox platforms, which could be the Xbox or Windows 10. It's still under the same umbrella. So to me, looking at it, it's hey, Microsoft acquired them. Hopefully, they'll do some quality check on them and be like, yo, hey, look, y'all can't be releasing these games where characters fall through floors or objects bend through walls. Build a new engine. Make new engines for your games, or use one of the many different engines that are out there and tweak it to your likability for your games so that they still perform in the same style, but they're not as broken. They're more solid. That's what I'm looking forward to and hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. But a lot of people are just pissed off that Bethesda is now part of Microsoft and they're waving their torches. They got their pickaxes and pitchforks and stuff, and they're about ready to just go ahead and go gung ho and try to tear down both Microsoft and Bethesda. If you're a fan of Bethesda, you're really a true fan of Bethesda, it shouldn't matter what platform their games are on. You go to the platform that has their games and you get those games. That's what you do. I've said stuff similar before. If, not saying this will happen, but if Nintendo were to ever say, we're not making consoles anymore, we're going to make our games exclusively for such and such platform, I will get that platform to play those games. If Capcom, barring that they actually, take their time and put out more quality games, if Capcom were to say, we're going to put all of our games exclusively on this one platform, you best believe I'm going to get that platform to play those games because I like them. It's just how it is. If you really are a gamer and you play games to enjoy them, then you play the games on the platforms that they come out on. Now, people will probably say I'm contradicting myself because I have a whole series on YouTube dedicated to game ideas for the Nintendo Switch. But it's not a contradiction. I'm saying, hey, these games will work on this platform very well if the effort was put into them. That's not me saying, oh, these games have to come out on Nintendo Switch because I won't get them anywhere else. That's not the case. I just think it would be a good idea to put those games on the Switch. That's it. That's my biggest claim. But people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear reason. They don't want to hear understanding. They don't want to hear logic. They just want to get up in arms and get mad and throw stones through glass houses, not realizing that their house is just as vulnerable as the one that they want to destroy. But it is what it is. Microsoft owns Bethesda, or at least most of Bethesda. I didn't look at what their I didn't look at the pages reporting the acquisition. I've just seen the news thrown about everywhere that Microsoft now owns Bethesda. Whoop-de-doo. Microsoft owns Bethesda. Now, if they're still making games the same way they were before, where their fans have to go back and fix the games themselves, to me ain't much being lost. Just be honest. Yeah, Bethesda can build some great worlds and make some amazing stories for their games. But their games are usually garbage based on how they're coded. You can make a great game that is garbage. It can be a fun, wonderful experience, but still have crappy code and be broken. That is a possibility. But I mean, look, if Bethesda's going to keep producing things that are like Fallout 76, again, to me, not much is lost. Not much is hurt. It's just that's the one hope I'm hoping is that Microsoft says, like, yo, look, you're working for us now. We need better quality stuff out of you. That's what I'm hoping that they're doing. I mean, they bought up a lot of development houses for a lot of games. So they put a bunch of stuff under their umbrella. But we still haven't seen any of the fruit of those acquisitions. That's my biggest concern. To be fully honest. That's my biggest concern. And I think that they would do well to try to get their teams working on some stuff. Like, not have everything be this major big game, but get their teams to work on some smaller stuff that can fit in between the larger releases. That's what they really need to be able to do, so that they have more coming from a first-party perspective, but they don't. So again, we have to see how this plays out. But me, for one, it doesn't bug me that they acquired Bethesda. It's a drop in the water for me. I don't really care. It's not disturbing my life like it apparently is so many other people. It's whatever. It is what it is. Now, I do worry that having so many development studios under that one umbrella may backfire. But we'll have to see how that goes. But for now, I'm done. There's not much more to say about this subject. So keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games and peace out.